Hey guys, so I'm back with another makeup look. I know it's been a while, but I am here with the beautiful Sharonda and her beautiful skin. As always, her complexion was done off camera. I am basing her eyes with the good old faithful MAC's Soft Ochre paint pot to base her eyelids, and I did not put down a transition shade this time. For her eyes, I'm going to be using the Shany Cosmetics green palette, and I mixed the three darkest shades of green to get the look that I was going for. And I am applying it with a small compacted eyeshadow brush, and that way I can be able to pack the color on so that I can be able to get the most color payoff first. And as always, I do have my napkin down to catch any fallout. I got this Morphe brush out of a brush set, so I don't really know the technical term for it. I wish I did so it can sound more technical and professional, but whatever, y'all know, y'all get the point. As you know, that the denser the brush is, the more compact and the more color you can put on and place on, but it's not going to be used to blend it. The looser the brush is, the easier it is to diffuse the color. So right now, I'm just concentrating mostly on getting that green on her eyes first before I even think about trying to blend it out. So, slow and steady wins the race. And I'm just making sure that I cover her eyelid with that, and I'm not trying to bring it up too far because I don't want her eye to look mostly green. So then I go in with my Bdellium Tools loose fluffy brush, and I am using Caramel by Anastasia of Beverly Hills as to try to buff out the edges of that green and use it in the crease of her eyes. And then I went back into my MAC little palette, and I used the Rule, which is a pretty orange, to kind of warm up that transition shade using the same Bdellium Tools fluffy blending brush. I really love this brush to use to blend out concealer and to also blend out eyeshadow because it's light as a feather. And they also compare these brushes to MAC brushes. So for her eyeliner, I use Urban Decay's black pencil and Perversion. And this is the first time I've ever used a pencil for the top liner. And I'm also going to use it for the bottom liner. Now, I like this one because it's soft and it's really pigmented. And as you see, I'm using the same brush that I used to pack on that green to smudge out that black liner because I wanted her liner to show, but I didn't want it to be a heavy line like, oh man, she got on some liner. I want it to be very soft and pretty. Now this part, y'all, I really wanted to show y'all because makeup artists, no matter how professional you are, you do have hiccups too. I should have done this look, the eyes first and the complexion last, but I totally forgot because me and her was having a conversation. So I used a makeup wipe, or you can also use a baby wipe, and wipe the concealer and the foundation from underneath the eyes. She has beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skin. So the foundation part and the highlighting and all that was just a breeze because her skin was beautiful. Like, she didn't have a blemish, no discoloration. It was very even and very moisturized. It was like skin heaven, like what everybody dreams their skin to look like. It was just beautiful. But anyways, so like I said, that's why I always keep baby wipes handy just to wipe out all of that fallout, because even though I had the napkin, it still was falling out everywhere. It was like all over her eyes, and then it got some like on her nose. So I'm just like, forget it. I'm gonna just wipe it off and start over. So as you see, I am going to just finish up her eyes by going in with the Urban Decay Perversion eye pencil to line her eyes. And I took that green and I smudged it out with that same small pencil brush. Now I'm going in with a Morphe eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit denser and I wish it was a little bit looser, but whatevs. So I went back in with her complexion shade, which was AJ Crimson shade number 3, I think it was. And I just put it over under her eyes again with this brush, because with the brush I can get more precise and I can get in there. And I learned this trick from Alex, the makeup artist Alex, on Instagram when she had given a class in Ohio. But anyways, so I'm taking the brush and I'm just brushing it on there, and then I take a clean cosmetic wedge and blend it out to make sure that I got it where I wanted it and where I don't have like any lines, and it's diffusing into the foundation that was already laid on the rest of her face, so it doesn't look like I made a mistake and I had to clean it up. Like, it looks like all seamless and very blended. And then I went over top of it with my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer number 11 to brighten back up her eyes to match the rest of the highlight that I had placed on her face with the brush. And as you see me using the brush, I go back with the clean cosmetic wedge and just make sure that I blend it out and that it's very smooth as possible, because like I said, because since I did use that makeup wipe, I didn't want it to be a harsh line where I put the new foundation on top of the older foundation. For her blush, I did use hot pepper. No, it's not hot pepper. I keep calling it that. Burnt pepper by MAC, using the Real Techniques blush brush, and I put it on the apples of her cheeks and then slightly swiped further back so that it looks very natural like. That's really important when you put on blush, like put it on the apples of the cheeks and then slightly sweep backwards so it looks like a nice, oh, she's blushing. For her lips, I did use my Bdellium Tools brush again. It's like a compact eye shadow brush, and I used I cannot think of the name of this lipstick, but it came in a sample pack for Urban Decay when they had launched the lipsticks. And I did use my finger to kind of blend out the little harsh lines that were around her lips, because I wanted to be very seamless and pretty, and no lines from her like rubbing her lips and me applying it. And I topped it with a pretty bubblegum pink lip gloss. Now for her highlight, y'all, I love to improvise. I used a pretty gold eyeshadow that I got from Makeup Forever, and I just dabbed it on the highest points of her cheeks lightly, because I did not know how this was going to come out. It's easier to apply makeup lighter and then build than to put too much on and can't take it off. So if y'all don't have no highlighter, just grab you a pretty gold eyeshadow and you set to go, because she was glowing. And as you see, she loves her face. And don't y'all think she look like Monica the singer? She is so beautiful. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.